I am counting every blessing, counting every blessing, letting go and trusting when I cannot see. I am counting every blessing, counting every blessing, surely every seed.
Welcome to the ND 500 podcast. On today's show, we're talking finances. As Christians, God has blessed us financially, and it is our responsibility to give back to the church. Giving back to the church financially is not only something that we're charged with, but it's something that is essential to being able to spread the gospel. Over the years, I've discovered that many Christians have the heart or want and desire to give back to the church financially, but because of the debt that we've accumulated, a lot of times it becomes very hard to do so. So on today, we want to continue focusing in on becoming a better steward with the finances that God has given us. Before we get into that, just listen to these statistics. 92% of Americans are losing sleep over their finances. This is according to ComPsych, the world's largest provider of employee assistance for retirement planning. According to their study, 56% of American workers have less than $25,000 in their retirement saving. 31% believe that they only need $250,000 or less in total retirement savings. 42% say they guess when asked how they make their retirement decisions. They guess at it. 28% say they spent more time watching reality TV last month than they spent planning and preparing for their retirement over the past 10 years. Now, just listening to those statistics, it seems crazy that we would guess at our finances. So needless to say that we shouldn't be guessing at our finances. I remember some years ago, I was riding in my car. I was working for a newspaper in Monroe, Louisiana, and I just so happened to stumble across this radio show hosted by Dave Ramsey, and he was talking about finances, and I was at a point in my life where I really did need to improve my finances, so I started following Dave Ramsey, and years later, after I married my wife about 5 years ago, she and I became certified with the Dave Ramsey program. We attended his 16-week financial peace program because we wanted to be on one accord with our finances, and we also wanted to, become better stewards with the finances that God has blessed us with. And so on today, I just want to provide you with one of the 7 steps that Dave Ramsey talks about. So there's 7 steps that he lays out to becoming debt-free. So we don't really want to get into all of that today, but I do believe that the first step in becoming a better steward with our finances is providing a cushion for ourselves, and that's an emergency fund. I believe that everyone should establish an emergency fund. So according to Dave Ramsey's program, the first step is to save $1,000 for emergencies. That's for unexpected things that will come up. Tire may go out, you may have something to go out, the dishwasher may go out or anything like that. Just small things that just come up that you didn't plan for. So this allows you to not go out and take a loan or put something on a credit card simply because you didn't have an emergency fund. Now, if you make $20,000 or less, your starting point would be $500. But if you make over $20,000, you are to save $1,000 for your emergency fund. That's a beginner emergency fund. And over the next coming weeks, we'll continue talking about the emergency fund, and we'll continue going through the 6 other steps to becoming financially free. One of the greatest joys that we've experienced last year, my daughter was at the age to where she needed a car, and she was just amazed at how we didn't go in and finance a car, how we was able to go in and dictate our terms, dictate how much the car was going to cost. And just because we had cash readily available, we was able to buy her a car. The sticker price was $16,000, but because we had cash right there, we were able to buy her a car for $8,000. So basically we saved a lot of money. We got it for half the cost just because we had cash and just because we had planned years ahead and we had been saving for this. And this is what I want you to experience. There's no greater feeling in the world to be able to walk in and pay cash for what it is that you want. But the beginning point is to begin with an emergency fund, and that's $1,000. If you make $20,000 or less, it's $500. If you have any questions, please send me an email at podcast@ndcole.com. Also, feel free to visit my website at ndcole.com. Until next time, live in truth.